Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this week's weekend review. And excuse this crazy hair. I washed my hair today. Every time I wash my hair, it has these little things all over the place. Plus I need to dye it and get rid of these grays that you may or may not be able to see. I've been doing that this weekend. And I've been cleaning all day because you guys know my Fridays, now that I'm not working, are my busting my butt and getting the house clean and doing some deep cleaning around the house through the summer. And that will be what I'm doing today and this weekend. So I'm a little bit craziness. I'm sorry. I tried to touch up my makeup a little bit and my hair is just useless. And my sun keeps going in and out because it's a little bit overcast today. So hopefully there's no weird shadows. Anywho, so this is my second Friday weigh-in. Well, I used to do Fridays. I did Friday weigh-ins all through the first year that I did Weight Watchers. My year was in February, so I'm just a little bit over a year. I guess what is that? March, April, May, June. So a year and 4 months is what I've been on Weight Watchers, and I only switched over to Monday weigh-ins starting in March when I started Simply Feeling, the Simply Feeling challenge that I did with Molly and Cherie and Melody. So when I did that, I switched over to Monday because we started on a Monday. So I just was never ever felt comfortable with Monday weigh-ins, and the complete opposite of what you would think it was. Yeah, I've already explained this. It really has nothing to do with this week, but just very quickly, just to tell you guys why I changed, because if you're ever thinking of reasons to change, this was my thought process. So for me, I was so worried about my Monday weigh-in, and it wasn't because I normally like splurge and go crazy on the weekends, but okay, that is the time when we can do anything with the family since we work all week and school all week and all that stuff. But I usually was trying to be so careful that I ended up not hardly eating anything, which is just as bad for you as overeating. So having Friday weigh-ins is a lot better for me because I work all week. So through Sunday through Thursday, I am just so on plan because, I don't work on Sundays, but that's kind of the start of the week for me because I have all my meal prep done. Everything is just ready to go, and I have my set, breakfast, lunch, and dinner because, I'm working, so I have to have a routine. It's, Fridays and Saturdays that my routine kind of goes a little bit, I let myself be a little bit looser as far as that's concerned, let myself relax a little bit. So just for me, Friday weigh-ins make sense because that's when, I have to start all over again, I have to do the meal prep and stuff on Sunday. So it's just I have to, yeah. So I think you guys get that. So I switched back to Friday. I have felt so much better since switching back to Friday weigh-ins. So let's get to the weigh-in. Oh, also in this video, because I'm talking about what I did this last week. So that's what my weekend reviews are. In case you are new, I like to go over my challenges, any non-scale victories, my successes I had through the week. Of course, I'll tell you what my weigh-in was and what my total stats are as far as history-wise. And also this week is a little bit different. Well, this month will be a little bit different because I have two things going on. I have the Healthy Habits Challenge on my channel that I do with all of you, all my viewers and subscribers. So we have that going on, and that is posted every Sunday. As far as the updates on Healthy Habits Challenge are going. Plus I give you updates every day in my daily videos. But I will kind of give a little update in this video. And then I also am doing a 30-day detox through a detox tea, and I'll give you an update on that. So that is what is going on in this video. So first, let's start with the weigh-in. So last week I was at 188.8. And I am happy to report that this week I had a 1.4 loss and I'm at 187.4, which is a new all-time low for me since I have been on this weight loss journey. And that puts me at 47 pounds lost on Weight Watchers, which I started again back in February 2016. And an all-time low of 92, or all-time loss of 92.6 since I started my journey about 2 years ago. It was February of 2015 when I first started my weight loss journey. And when I first started, I used my Fitness Pal and counted calories. I also tried keto for a little bit, Atkins. I think those were really the ones that I did. And then I started Weight Watchers. So throughout it all, I've lost 92.6 total, and on Weight Watchers 47. I started Simply Feeling back in March, and that's been my pretty much my plan of choice. I do have some Smart Point days here and there. I have been using more of my weeklies lately, And I feel like I am loosening up on myself a little bit when it comes to using my weeklies, because that is what they're there for, and I was missing foods like hummus and things like that. So as far as challenges this week, it has been a very chaotic, hectic last couple of weeks. At work especially, and just some things at home, and then my allergies were really kicking my butt these last 10 days. Now this week, probably since, what was it, like Tuesday or so, it's been really good. I feel like I have traced the issue with my allergies, and I haven't looked on Google or anything to see if there's any science that backs this, but you know, science is life, and science usually is the answer to everything, right? So I don't know if there's any science behind this or not, but I have been tracking. I talked about this a little bit, I think, in Thursday's video, which is not up yet. Sorry. I have been using, it's called Period Tracker Lite, and my doctor had asked me to start tracking it because I was having a lot of irregularities, so he wanted me to also track any symptoms I had, just everything, you know, all the issues that you can have. And so I was doing that. So I looked at last month because I was curious of when I was supposed to be starting this month, or I think it popped up. I think it pops up and tells you a few days before, and which I was supposed to start on Monday, which I started today. But one of the things that I had marked as a symptom last month, about 4 or 5 days before I started, was a cold or allergies. And I didn't know I just called it cold/allergies. And it was for a good 5 days. And then I started my period 2 days later. That is pretty much exactly what happened this month. And so, I don't know. You guys tell me, is that something that has happened to you? I don't know. Isn't it weird? So that's what I'm going to attribute it to, because I don't know what else it could be. And I feel like I'm a little bit better at home. And then when I leave the house, it seems to be a lot worse. So I don't know if it is really just the pollen out there and it just happened to be a coincidence. I don't know, but I marked it again in my tracker, and I'm going to wait until next month and see what happens next month. And if it happens again, then it has to be that, because science, like I said, science. So that was a challenge, was that just not feeling well. But for the majority of this last week, I have felt okay. The weekend was horrible, but as far as Monday on, I've been feeling a lot better, but that was a challenge for sure. And then just the last couple of days feeling, you know, knowing that it was going to be starting, and then today is absolutely horrible as far as the pain and the cramping and all that stuff. It's horrible, but I'll just deal with it, because we all do, right? As far as successes, I feel like the fact that the one day that I got very, very stressed at work, and I gave in and just had a peppermint mint patty, and it was a miniature one, but I tracked it and I confessed it and I ate it and I moved on. It was only 3 points, which for some reason I thought it was going to be a lot more, but I feel like that was a success because I just stopped at that and I just needed it. But I guess it just still bugs me that I was having to seek out something to comfort me. And why can't I comfort myself with like a carrot stick? I don't know. But why do I even need food at all to comfort me? I think that's the part that bugged me about it. But I want to turn it into a positive. And the way I can turn it into a positive is that I didn't go on a full out like binge or anything, which is very easy to do these days with drive-through and bakeries and every grocery store and that kind of thing. So I wanted to put a spin on it, and you know, so to me, it is a success. As far as non-scale victories, I couldn't really think of anything that happened this week for that. My clothes fit me really well and everything good. You know, I feel really good right now where I'm at with my body, which is a little bit scary in a way as well, because sometimes if I get too comfortable with how I look and I still get like the compliments from people, then I tend to think, I think in my head, I mean, it's not a conscious thought. It's more like a, oh, well, you know, look, I feel really good. I've had to buy some new clothes because I work in a professional environment, so I can't really wait to buy clothes until I'm at my, you know, my goal weight. So I, you know, have had to buy new clothes and they fit really good and they look really good and I love the colors, and I'm afraid that what I'm going to do is tend to maintain and not worry about losing more if I get too comfortable in my skin, if that makes any sense. Because I mean, I am comfortable with where I'm at, which is great. That is such a great, healthy mindset to have, because that is where we want to be. We want to be comfortable with ourselves, but of course I want to lose more, because I'm not completely comfortable, but I am a lot more comfortable than I have been ever in my life. So I just don't want to stay there, because I really do want to get to my goal weight, which my goal weight is 150. So I really want to be there. I want to be there by the end of the year. It doesn't look like it's probably going to happen, only because the last 6 months so far, since January, I started January, I believe, at 196, and I'm only at 187. So, you know, that doesn't look very good. That's only, what is that? Math confuses me as much as science does, you guys. 9 pounds, so that's about 9 pounds or so, whatever it is. Yeah, 9 pounds. So I've lost about 9 pounds in 6 months. So that's not very good. And so I don't think I'm going to lose another 30 by the end of the year. But that's okay. I'm okay, because right now I am focusing on more of eating a healthy lifestyle and letting the weight come along with it. I want to learn to eat healthy. I want to learn to love to eat healthy, and I want to learn what is healthy. And that is why I do the Healthy Habits Challenge, of course, to try to find, you know, add new healthy things into my life. So speaking of the Healthy Habits Challenge, that was definitely a success as well. I have done really, really, really well on it. Our 3 challenges for this month have been sneaking in a workout, tracking everything, and staying hydrated. So what I do is I drink to thirst. I do kind of have a small goal in mind, which is drinking. Now, I do personally count my tea as, I don't count my coffee, but I do count my tea as water. So I have been drinking 2 10-ounce of the skinny detoxy, which I will go over next with you guys. I do drink 2 10-ounces of that. I fill up my 24-ounce of tumbler before I leave with one of my new teas that I have gotten from Teavana. And I have been making an iced tea before I leave for work. So those I drink, and then at work I try to drink a 24-ounce. I try to drink my 24-ounce tumbler of tea by lunchtime. Then I drink another one before I leave work, and then I fill up that one and I drink it on my way home, and then try to drink that at dinner, you know, through the rest of the night. So I do try to drink 3 24-ounce tumblers, and then the 20 ounces of the skinny tea. So those are my goals for staying hydrated, just drink to thirst. But that usually is to thirst for me, I've noticed. As far as sneaking in a workout, we have been doing things like bathroom breaks. So I do squats and wall push-ups during my bathroom whenever time I go to use the restroom at work. And then while I am washing my hands, I do calf raises. While I'm brushing my teeth, I do calf raises. So I brush my teeth in the morning, and then before I go to bed, so I do calf raises both of those times. I have added in, so that was the first week we did the restroom bathroom breaks, and then this week we did the restroom bathroom breaks, plus I added on for myself the 50 crunches and 20 wall push-ups upon waking. So I've been doing that every morning when I first get out of bed. And so this next week, so on Sunday, I will be having another challenge that I will be adding on, that I'm going to be doing all of these things. So this week's is going to be a little bit a smaller one. And so that's sneaking in a workout. So we're going to do this through the whole entire month of June, and then we have 3 more challenges in July that we will be doing. So that has been going really well. And as far as this next week, I think it's going to be a little bit difficult. I'll probably maintain, just because it is that time of the month, and that I probably won't end until about Wednesday. And typically in the past, before Weight Watchers, I would gain about 5 pounds during that time of the month. And since I started Weight Watchers, though, I have been maintaining or have a small gain. I attribute that to the just healthy foods I've been eating that contain more water, fruits and vegetables, drinking my water, high fibers foods, things like that. I feel like that's has really attributed to my, not gaining that 5 pounds during the month. So we'll see how this week's goes. But I do, I'm going to, as far as going forward this week, I'm going to continue with the healthy habits and continue just drinking my water, getting my workout in, and just focusing on eating healthy foods and lots of fruit, some vegetables, and things like that. So that is my goal for the week. And as far as, then I wanted to give you a 1-week update on the Teami a 30-day detox tea. So tomorrow, Saturday, will be 1 week since I started it. So this is a little tumbler that they sent me. This is normally purchased separately from the 30-day detox tea you get. So when you ordered the tea, and I did show you guys this a little bit, but I just wanted to, for those of you who didn't see that, it was in one of my daily videos. So you get the 2 teas. We have the Teami Skinny and the Teami Colon. So you drink this one every day, and they say to try to drink it first thing in the morning. If you can't for some reason drink it first thing in the morning, just drink it as soon as you can. What I do is, and you only use a teaspoon and you can brew it. They say 1 to 3 times. Honestly, I do it twice because the third time, like this is my second one today. Normally I drink them first thing in the morning, but not working today. It's just been kind of as I, can throughout the day. But there's enough for 30 days in here. And then the colon tea, you drink it every other day. So you start the second day that you start the 30-day detox, and then you do this every other day in the evening. You want to do it in the evening, and you only... So I read some reviews on Amazon, on their website, and plus just throughout Google land. I did, some research before I did the detox because I wanted to make sure I wanted to do it. And how I am with you guys. I want to only tell you guys about something that I feel comfortable and safe and all that. So I did a lot of research before I got this. And I did read some things where people talked about with the colon tea, about it, of course, about some adverse effects of it. But there was also a lot of people who said they had some issues, but then they said how they fixed it. So overall, I would say definitely about 90% positive. I mean, especially on Amazon, it is really positive on there. And actually the things that I read that were bad about it was mostly about this colon one, and I'm wondering if they're not doing it right. Because it's very specific, and you can go on their website and they have little videos on there, and on the little videos that is very, very informative. But it does even say on the back to steep between 1 to 3 minutes before drinking. And if you go over that, it does make it stronger. Now, all these products are all natural. Everything in them are all natural teas or plants, whatever tea is. And I did look up all of them, and they're all natural. There's nothing artificial in these. So that's one thing I really, really liked, because you guys know I am trying to drink more tea instead of coffee. And that is one thing I want to talk about, because you guys know there was times when I was drinking anywhere between 50 to 60 ounces of coffee a day. I don't put I use skim milk in my coffee, and I don't use sugar in my coffee. So it wasn't like I was getting a lot of empty calories or anything from it. It's just, I think it was really the energy, because when I first stopped trying to drink it and trying to just drink tea, I noticed a huge drop in my energy until I started drinking this skinny tea. So I have not had a morning coffee since I started drinking this a week ago. I drink this, I do this 2 times, and I do 10 ounces out of my Keurig with the water. And I drink both of these usually before I leave for work. And then when I get to work, sometimes I do have a coffee, and it's just because I miss the flavor of coffee. It has nothing to do with the energy. I usually actually don't even have the coffee until midday, and it's because I'm craving that coffee. It has nothing to do with energy. This stuff gives me energy. Plus, I ordered all those teas from Tivana, and it's green tea. Like 2 of the teas I order are green tea, and it is good. And I have noticed that it is giving me enough energy and caffeine to get through the day. But I feel like since I'm not dumping all that milk in there, and I don't know, I just feel like I'm getting those health benefits they say that green tea has and that teas in general have. So I feel really good about it. As far as if this stuff attributed to my weight loss, I don't know. I don't feel like, even though it's called skinny tea, reading the website and reading the reviews, I don't feel like it is really marketed as a weight loss tool. It's more of a detox, you know, get all those toxins out of your body that we have put into our body all those years of eating unhealthy and all that. So, but as far as the colon tea, another thing that they suggest on the little card they give you is to drink like a full glass of water before you drink that. And so I drink a lot of water. So, I mean, well, I guess what I should say is I have not had any issues with it at all. I have not had cramping. I've not had nausea. I've not had, you know, these, you know, having to run to the bathroom. I have not had any of that at all. It's just, I think it's just doing what it's supposed to do. I haven't had any issues with it at all. And I don't know. And one thing I did also, some of the reviewers said, was that they noticed that when they, the only time they did have issues with the colon tea is if they had had a splurge meal and they had eaten a really heavy, greasy, filled meal. And then that was the night they were supposed to drink the colon tea, and they had a horrible night. And so I think that's probably part of it. I think it's the cleaner you eat. So maybe if you guys do get this detox tea, maybe if you know that the night you're supposed to have the colon tea, but you are having, you know, you're having like a, you know, splurge meal, or you're going out to dinner with the family, it may not be the cleanest food. Maybe just don't take it that night. Take it the next night or whenever you know you're going to be eating a clean meal. So maybe do that. So far I haven't had to encounter that. But besides that, that's the only negative things I heard about it. It's, the tea itself tastes so good. It has this natural sweetness to it, and I don't know what part of it is that. It does have like lime leaf extract, ginger root, rhubarb root. I don't know. And the main base of it is oolong tea and yerba mate tea, which I used to drink yerba mate tea all the time, but I never had oolong tea. So I don't know what in it makes it kind of have a natural sweetness, but it does. You don't need any sweetener. It does say you may have honey, nectar, or lemon if needed, but I feel like you don't need it. I think it has a really nice mild flavor. It's really good. It really is. The colon tea also I feel like is really well. A lot of people, not a lot, I shouldn't say, but there were reviewers who did not like the colon tea as well, but I don't know what there's a lot of different roots and leaves and things like that in the colon tea, but I think personally they both taste good, and I enjoy drinking it. So I don't know if my 1.4 loss is a tribute to this at all. I mean, I feel like I already eat a clean, healthy diet for the most part, but I am enjoying the energy that this is giving me. I definitely recommend it. I don't feel like it is doing anything bad at all. I mean, like I said, I think the energy is great. I feel like the energy I'm getting from this is better than the energy I was getting from coffee, because I don't have the kind of the crash that I got from coffee. You know how you like drink the coffee and then you can almost tell that it's like that caffeine is gone. So I wasn't having that. I don't have any headaches or anything. So I don't know. It's a really been positive experience, and I'm excited to see what the month brings. Yeah. So after a week, I mean, they say that, you know, maybe your tummy would feel flatter. I think that's not going to happen for me this first week, because it's been the week before my period started. And then today, of course, you know, doesn't feel flat at all, but that's because of this. So I don't know if I was able to really give it a good first week because of, you know, that time of the month issues, but I wanted to try to start it because I want to try to do it through the entire, I think I started on June 9th. I guess it was last Saturday. Was that the 9th? Yeah, I believe so. I'm not sure. Whatever last Saturday was. And then it'll go through July. I think July 10th is my last day. And, but I am going out of town on June 30th and July 1st, and we'll be back on July 2nd. And it's possible that I think I'll still drink the skinny tea, but I probably will not be drinking the colon tea because I don't know what kind of foods we'll be eating. And I don't plan on, you know, being really super strict with my diet for those few days. So I probably will, that's when I'll probably make the choice not to drink that. But anyway, so every week I will give you a little update on how I like it. Oh, and also they did give me a code that you guys can use, and it's Jess WW. It's always linked in the description box because now they have made their way into the products that I love section of my description box of all my videos. So just go down there and you can go visit their website, and they have all kinds of things on there. They have other teas on there as well that I'm definitely looking forward to trying. There is one that they suggest doing in between the 30-day detox. So if you do a 30-day detox, there's one, I think it's called Teami Profit, that they suggest doing that and then going, and if you want to do another detox, so they suggest that. There is one called Alive, and I think there one called Energy. I'm not sure. And then you can get these tumblers. The tumblers come in 2 sizes. So what I really like, now I don't want to, there's stuff in here, so I don't want to open it too much, but there's like this little compartment on the bottom where I guess if you wanted to bring some tea, you could put that in there. I use it for my vitamins because I have to take my vitamins midday because of my thyroid medication I take in the morning, so I can't take it with my vitamins. So I just put my vitamins in this little cup, so I always have them with me. And then it untwists here. It has like a little flip top, and then it untwists, and inside here is a little filter because you just put in the tea inside. So the inside of this untwists and comes out as well. See, like that. And this is the heat resistant part. So you can put your boiling water in here. I just do it out of my Keurig. And then it just slides in here and you can't feel it. Now, I will tell you, this thing stays hot for a while. Yesterday, I had brewed my second before I left for work, and I was kind of in a rush yesterday, and so I didn't get to drink it all before I left for work. And I put it in my purse. Well, as you guys know, I had a very hectic Thursday where I was in literally doing interviews. I was on an interview panel, and it pretty much was from 10 in the morning until 5 o'clock. And so I had left it in my purse, and I went to go grab it at lunchtime, and it was still warm. And so it was still warm from 7 in the morning until noon. Well, it was like 11:45. So crazy. It was still warm. It wasn't hot, but it was warm. So definitely a good cup. So I do recommend them if you want to try them, if you want to wait until I've had a couple weeks in and I can give you more of an update and more of a recommendation. But at this point, I recommend it. I think it would be, if you want to try tea or you want to try a detox. And actually my doctor has, okay, we're kind of TMI, but we're all adults here. So for those of you who have a thyroid issue may know that it is not uncommon to have irregularities, usually in the form of like constipation when it comes to your body with thyroid, at least with me. And I know there's all kinds of different symptoms with your thyroid. For me, being really super tired, not really gaining weight as much as it's hard to lose weight. A lot of brain fog, a lot of, kind of dizziness sometimes. I get extremely cold. Extremely. I get so cold that my hands turn purple. Well, I think that's more of a circulation issue too. So I have the circulation issue, but I get so cold where I am like sometimes like teeth chattering cold. And then like the brain fog is the worst part of it. But I also get very constipated. And so one of the things my doctors always suggested, both of my last 2 doctors that I've had, because unfortunately they change a lot in the clinic I go to, but they both have told me the same thing, that they don't like chemical laxatives like X-Lax. They say it's very harmful to your body. They're very addictive apparently. So they have always suggested natural laxatives, like in the form of, like psyllium husk or fiber. Of course, adding fiber to your diet, which I tried and it did not work as well with me. But the psyllium husks did work, which actually is one of the ingredients in the colon tea. But they actually gave me names of over-the-counter teas that you could use that were like natural ingredients, that a lot of like dandelion root, I think, is also part of this colon tea. I'm not sure. The psyllium husks and the dandelion root tea tastes horrible. I think it's called like, there's one called dandelion root. Then there's one that's a little bit better from I think that Medicinals brand, and I think it's called like Smooth Move or something like that. It's not bad tasting, but it's not wonderful. Anyway, those were what they always suggest, was those, or any kind of tea that's called the detox tea. They always suggested that in place of doing X-Lax and things like that. So I feel comfortable that I'm doing this, that I am doing a detox program, because I feel like it falls along the lines of what my doctors have told me to do when that kind of stuff happens. And it happens to me every month. I mean, it gets really bad sometimes. And so, which could attribute to times when I gain weight, or times when I maintain, when I feel like I've had near perfect, eating weeks and exercise weeks and all that. So that could be part of that issue. So anyway, sorry, a lot of that was a lot of, this has been a lot in this week in review, but I just wanted to kind of give you an update. I didn't do one last week, so this is all that has been going on the last couple weeks and what I've been doing, and I am excited to continue on with this and continue on with healthy habits. And I love my Friday weigh-ins, and I love being able to film these videos on Fridays for you guys and giving you a full review of everything that has been going on, because I'm not working on Fridays right now through the rest of June and all of July. And then August, I go back to my normal Monday through Friday schedule. But for now, you're going to get a lot more of me. So I will talk to you guys in the next video, and thank you for watching, and stay tuned on Sunday for another Subscriber Sunday. Where I will have another sneak in a workout challenge to add on to what we're doing already, and just to talk about how my week has gone as far as healthy habits only. I won't, go into all this detail again. And where you can tell me how your weight loss has been for the week, or you can tell me on this video. Either one. I don't care. I want to know. So talk to you guys later.